quick snippet before this video starts. I really want to hit 400 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Yo, what is up, guys? It's Miniman here. I am back talking again in commentary mode because I actually have things to talk about again. Honestly, the Wednesday thing, the upload being canceled was kind of stupid, and so was like all the cancellations that happened this week. I have been so busy with all these things. I want to keep working on game dev regularly. I've been trying to slowly update my website and like learn all these different things. It looks like my website isn't updating, okay? And that's partially like the source code behind not really working, but it's also the fact that I make small little tweaks to it at a time, and they're usually local, which means that only I get to see them. And it's just so that I can make it look good and decent, because right now it doesn't even look great in my eyes. I want to make it better, but I don't have time. I want a base sense that looks good, and then later down the line I can make an entire redesign of the entire page, set that as a default, and then I'll have the original as like a little drop down in a sense. But truly, I think that the website that I'm making is going to be good looking in the end, because it's going to be like, oh yes, there's this drop down of all these different themes, and it will switch out the CSS file based on whatever you choose, and there'll be like this little entire thing, and it should just run off HTML and CSS. If you know what that means, good job. I appreciate you. But like, it's something that I feel like is not easy to set up, which is why it's taking me so long. It even is hard enough for me to get the Twitch live stream to hide whenever it's offline, because I can't get the right API keys, and it's gonna make me go insane. It's gonna drive me nuts. Twitch, make your API a lot nicer, and especially make it so that it's easy to read on online and offline feeds, because it's going to make me flip. I swear. But that's besides the fact. A lot of my pages are actually just under development. Some of those, it's just that I've not worked on them. Some of them, it's that I keep making too many pages and I just need to slow down. But also, it's a thing of I don't have enough content on them to actually be worth it. Because, like, some pages, they're up, but they're ugly, and they don't look great. They have a header and a footer. Those took me way too long to make. That's the big part of the theme that I want to have to, or that I'm going to have to take a lot of time to redesign, because headers and footers give me so much garbage. You have no idea. Took me so long just to design those base headers and footers, and the one that I want is apparently going to take me a longer time to learn, because I don't even know the basics of CSS apparently, and I still feel like I'm decent, but geez, that footer drove me nuts, and it still is not correct. It's still technically broken, so that's cool. Either way, I think that website's going to come along pretty well, and should be done in a few months. Now, that's a very, very light judgment, because I have no idea if I'm going to grind it out in one day. I have no idea if I'm just not going to touch it, because I've been having such a hard time getting the time to work on it, because it's version control stuff, and I don't want to put it on GitHub because I'm lazy, and then I also just don't want to keep one. I don't want to keep it all on one device. I want to work on it on a laptop at school, and I also want to work on my PC at home, but I have to use a flash drive to carry in between each and every single device that I want to use, and it's just going to drive me nuts. Either way, it's going to be the same thing with my Godot game, which I'll get to in a minute, but hopefully the homepage is done. The directory page finally fixed its CSS file, because I went in and changed the CSS directory, so I'm slowly learning on how FTPs work, whatever, or like file manager works for websites that I don't have direct access to the file thing. I need a server. I want a server so badly, but I don't have money, so that sucks. And even if that server goes offline, I'm screwed. No idea. Um, but then I gotta work on my Godot game. I'm just going through the list of things that'll be on my projects page, and it's gonna, oh, I don't want to work on a projects page, because then it's gonna be like, oh, yes, I have to design a special page for each one of my projects. and that's going to be basically its own domain eventually. And then I haven't even mentioned subdomains. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I have too many things that I want to do, and I don't have enough time nor money to fund this stuff because a CDN costs money, or it costs you a server and hours of your time. This is such a great endeavor. Why does anyone want to become a computer scientist? Just kidding. I do want to become a computer scientist. Also, we're going to talk about my game now. So, Illuminate, I've mentioned on this channel a few times before. It's coming along slowly. It's not crazy far. I have a pretty decent looking text box. I have like some little bits and bobs that look good. I have an intro. I have a somewhat decent title page. But besides that, it's not that like fruitful in the actual editor. I've made a decent story outside of it, and it's just gonna take a lot of design and work. Um, Gotta just do all the planning of making the character and putting the story in actual game sense. Then making all the puzzles and stuff. But all of that is going to actually take a bit of time. The rest of it is so easy. I got the story down. It just needs to be put into the thing. And still have no idea what I'm doing. And I'm still perfecting my text box because I'm a perfectionist. And there are like some teeny little things that I want to fix. Because I made it exist like I was told. And now I'm making it perfect. And then next, I'm going to move on to like player movement and maps and stuff. So, yay. If you're ever going to use the Godot engine, I highly recommend it over any other engine. It's just a lot nicer to use. Game Maker, not one of my favorites because it just seemed very confusing and overwhelming. Means how I've never done game development before, but it could probably be good for someone else. And then all the other editors are garbage. Unity and Unreal can go bye-bye. Go blow themselves up. Unity is actually really bad, and I will die on that hill. Also, another fun fact is I've been studying the deep ends of operating system development. Wow, that was a sharp learning curve. It was such a great idea because I know absolutely nothing about CSS, not CSS, C++, C, or assembly. So this is probably going to work out amazing, and I won't fall flat on my face instantly. But basically, it's just a bunch of, so far, it's just reading, and I haven't actually built anything. But I want to build my own operating system eventually. Why? Because I don't like Windows, and Linux, I feel like, could be a lot better. And no one likes to be in a specific distro, and Linux is also basically shadow banned because of all the people who use it are like, oh my gosh, you should try out Linux, oh boy. And yeah, and it's also very non-user friendly. So I was like, well, what if I designed my own operating system, made it mainstream, and made it friendly to all stages of people? You got the stage where it's friendly to people who would use Mac OS, except they don't have the garbage of Mac OS, because Mac OS is a dumpster fire. And then you got Windows, your mid-tier most people. And then that's like your, oh, I believe I know what technology is, but I don't actually know what technology is. Or it's the, I am the super advanced IT tech guy. Or then you have Linux, which is either the professional dude, or it's the, I feel like I have a grasp on technology, but I actually don't. Because, I mean, and that's some very stereotypical statements, but you kind of get what I'm saying. Basically, what I wanted to do is I wanted to kind of combine all three of the worlds into a very efficient open source environment. And it might make sense later whenever I actually get further into it, but like it's supposed to be very efficient, very lightweight, works on a lot of machines, keeps all the new stuff, and it's supposed to just be a good piece of software in a sense. And I wanted to replace Windows because Windows is a piece of garbage and it's just add bloatware and it's, oh. Basically, in the end, I just want to make something that is for everyone and also friendly to everyone in a sense. I don't know. I have a lot of ideas for projects and it's probably going to happen eventually. It's just going to take me a lot of time. So I might make update videos, I might make previews, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, and I'll keep everyone updated, especially on project pages. I'll make like little blog updates and stuff. So stay tuned for all that. This is a very stupid filler video that I probably shouldn't have made, but I didn't have anything else interesting to talk about. And I don't even know if there's going to be a video tomorrow because I technically double uploaded today with the stream and all that stuff. So, with that, probably no video tomorrow and probably no video Monday because Monday I don't upload either way because I technically double uploaded today. So we'll see how that goes through. Anyways, I'm going to head out. Bye bye.